Hey everyone! So, a while back, I started a little series on this game, and I plan to give this game a full review at the end of that series. Well, I never got around to actually doing that. However, I decided that I should probably close that series with something. So, here it is, the video to give closure to that unfinished series. My review of Kingdoms and Castles. Just a couple of things to note, this game is a city builder light strategy game. This review is also based on the beta Merchants and Ports update, which anybody can access. It was developed and published by Lion Shield LLC, and as of recording this video, the game costs $10. Now, I've played for about 4.5 hours, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I feel that I've experienced enough to give a decent, general review of this game. To start, let's look at the physical features of this game. Now when I say physical, I mean the things we can see and hear. At first glance, you can tell that this game is very simplistic in its graphics. The game is almost entirely blocks. Usually such simple design leaves much to be desired. However, in this particular game, the graphics do very well in tying together that simple, relaxed feeling that the game is aiming for. It also gives a kind of a cutesy look, which actually works pretty well. The audio in this game is also simplistic and clean. Almost every interaction has an audio cue alongside it, which is a good thing. The music in this game is designed very well, ramping up when there is a hostile event, and quieting down when times are peaceful. However, the music itself does leave a bit to be desired. The music does get quite repetitive over a decently long session of play. Adding one or two more songs to the soundtrack would help keep the game refreshing over a long period of playtime. If you are concerned about the performance of this game, I unfortunately cannot speak on behalf of the people with lower end systems. I'm currently running off an AMD FX 8350 CPU and an AMD R9 390 graphics card. Nothing is overclocked, so if you have this identical setup, you can expect to see similar results. At this level of hardware, the game at max settings at 1080p runs perfectly fine. But this is only true if your kingdom is relatively small. Once your kingdom houses more than 200 people, you can actually expect to see frame rates dip below 60 frames per second, hovering around 30 to 40. Now, for the gameplay. The game offers a lot of flexibility when it comes to world creation. You can choose between 3 different difficulty settings, each more difficult than the previous, and, like Minecraft, you can generate a completely random world with its own seed. The worlds also have their own set of parameters, size, and type. Once in the game, there are a few unique events that you can encounter as your kingdom becomes larger, such as hostile raids and trading with merchant ships. This game is largely autonomous. All you have to do is build, manage jobs, and interact with a few events. The citizens of your kingdom do everything else. This contributes to the game feeling like a fun and relaxing time. Now, unfortunately, no game is without its downsides. There are a couple of issues that I have with this game, most of them being minor, subjective problems. First, there is no tutorial, or at least I couldn't find one. I will say, since this game is very simplistic, you probably do not need a tutorial. However, having one just to tell you about the resources and UI would be nice. The game does have a simple advisor system, but I find that to be a bit lackluster. Second, the UI could be more refined. I don't really mind it all too much, but there are a couple of glitches here and there, and it can be a bit intrusive. You can hide the UI, but doing so would prevent you from building anything, so having the UI up when playing is a must. Finally, and most importantly, replayability of this game is quite limited. After the first save file, unless you didn't make it far enough, you really experienced the entirety of the game. There aren't enough unique events to make the 5th run feel as exciting as a second. Factor in the price of admission, and this game seems to not be worth the cost. My general rule of thumb for paid games is every dollar is worth about 1 to 2 hours of gameplay. Anything short of that rule needs to have a decent excuse for me to consider the game's worth. Luckily for Kingdoms and Castles, the game is fairly new, and it seems like the devs are always working on updates. In the future, the game might have quite a bit more to it, justifying its cost. If you prefer to see numeric values for my assessment of the game, here they are. For the graphics, I give the game a 4 out of 5. the game can be optimized to give better performance. For audio, the game gets yet again a 4 out of 5. The music can be a tad repetitive. Adding a couple of songs would give this game a solid and perfect 5 out of 5. For the gameplay, a 3.5 out of 5. The game could use more content, but this is already probably being addressed, so feel free to bump the score to a 4 out of 5 if you feel that it better reflects the game. For the polish of the game gets a 3 out of 5. The game could use small quality of life improvements to enhance the overall experience. And now, the overall score for this game. A 4 out of 5. This game delivers a nice and relaxing experience without the usual stress of more intense simulation games. Coupled with the fact that this game is regularly being updated, I would definitely pick this game up if you're interested in simple city builders. Thank you for watching this review. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can actively see this channel grow. Also, don't forget to write in the comments down below any suggestions or comments you have. That's all for this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.